The Birmingham Open victory was historic. The Czech curse was broken, the grass court title was secured, but Eala did not celebrate for long, because the dream is not Birmingham. The dream is Wimbledon, and the path to the All-England club runs through Berlin. Just days after lifting her first grass court trophy, Eala received news that changed everything. She was awarded a wildcard entry into the main draw of the Berlin Open, one of the most prestigious grass court tournaments in the world. This is not just any tournament. This is a WTA 500 event featuring 9 of the top 10 players in the world. Aryna Sabalenka, Elena Rybakina, Coco Gauff, Mira Andreeva, the biggest names in women's tennis, and now Eala. But why is Berlin so important? Because Wimbledon's seeding is on the line, ranking points are expiring, and this breakthrough could be the difference between a favorable draw and a nightmare at the All-England club. Today on TopSpin, we are breaking down why the Berlin Open is the most important tournament of Eala's career, what she needs to achieve, and how her Wimbledon fate hangs in the balance. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let us start with what Eala has already accomplished. The Birmingham Open was a statement, a declaration that she belongs on grass. She entered the tournament as the top seed. She faced Nicola Bartunkova in the final, a Czech player. The Czech curse was real. 13 losses, 0 wins, but Eala refused to let history repeat itself. The final was a war. She lost the first set, 5-7. She could have crumbled. She did not. She won the second set, 6-3, and then in the third set, with everything on the line, she found something deep inside herself. The final score was 7-5. Eala had done it. She had won the Birmingham Open. She had broken the Czech curse. She had won her first professional grass court title. Her post-match interview was humble. She said, "I'm so honored to be lifting this trophy today, but lifting this trophy does not mean I will be among the greats yet, so I'm motivated to keep working." That is Eala. Always humble, always hungry, never satisfied. The victory moved her from world number 37 to world number 33, and with Hailey Baptiste out for the rest of the season due to injury, Eala is practically in the top 32 that gets a Wimbledon seed. The dream is alive. But Birmingham was not the end. It was the beginning, because the grass court season does not stop, and the next challenge is Berlin. Now let us talk about the breakthrough. The Berlin Open is a WTA 500 event held at the Rot-Weiss Tennis Club from June 15 to 21. It is one of the most prestigious grass court tournaments in the world, and Eala was initially scheduled to play in the qualifiers, but then something happened. Player withdrawals opened up a spot, and the tournament organizers made a decision. They awarded Eala a wildcard entry into the main draw. This is massive. Instead of having to fight through qualifying matches, Eala goes straight into the main draw. That gives her time to rest, time to prepare, time to focus. And in a tournament as stacked as Berlin, every bit of rest matters. The field is terrifying. 9 of the top 10 players in the world will be there. Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, Elena Rybakina, the 2022 Wimbledon champion, Coco Gauff, the American superstar, Mira Andreeva, the newly crowned French Open champion, Jessica Pegula, Amanda Anisimova, Karolina Muchova. The list goes on. But Eala is not afraid. She has beaten top 20 players before. She has won titles on grass. She belongs on this stage. And the wild card is proof that the tennis world is taking her seriously. The tournament organizers did not give her this spot out of charity. They gave it to her because of her growing global profile and appeal, because she is putting the Philippines on the tennis map, because she is a star, and stars belong in the main draw. Here is the part of the story that every fan needs to understand. Eala is currently ranked number 33 in the world. The top 32 players at Wimbledon receive seeds. That means she is just 1 spot away from history. 1 spot away from becoming the first Filipino ever to be seeded at the All-England club. But here is the problem. Eala is set to lose 163 ranking points right at the seeding cutoff on June 22nd. Those points come from her runner-up finish at the Eastbourne Open last year, and when they expire, her ranking will drop unless she replaces them with new points. That is why Berlin is so important. The Berlin Open offers significant ranking points. A deep run could offset the 163-point loss. It could lock her spot in the top 32. It could secure her Wimbledon seed. Let me break it down mathematically. If Eala reaches the quarterfinals in Berlin, she will earn enough points to maintain her ranking. If she reaches the semifinals or further, she could actually climb higher. If she loses early, she will drop out of the top 32, and then, instead of being seeded at Wimbledon, she will be at the mercy of the draw. The Manila Times put it perfectly. Eala is on the cusp of a Wimbledon seed, but also in danger of not reaching it if she could not defend her 163 points through Berlin. That is the crisis, that is the pressure, and that is why every match in Berlin matters more than any match she has played all year. The draw has not yet been released. We do not know who Eala will face in the first round, but whoever it is, she cannot afford to lose. Not this week, not in Berlin. Let us be honest about the challenge ahead. The Berlin Open field is stacked. It is arguably the strongest WTA 500 field of the year. 9 of the top 10 players in the world will be competing. Aryna Sabalenka, the world #1, is the headliner. She has won multiple Grand Slams. She hits the ball harder than almost anyone on tour. On grass, her power is amplified. She will be the favorite to win the tournament. Elena Rybakina, the world #2, is the 2022 Wimbledon champion. She has already beaten Eala once this year. Her game is perfectly suited for grass. She serves big, she moves well, she is a nightmare matchup for anyone. Coco Gauff, the world #7, is a former Grand Slam champion. She and Eala have a complicated history, friends off the court, rivals on it. Gauff has been complimentary of Eala in the past, but on the court, she shows no mercy. Mira Andreeva, the newly crowned French Open champion, is the hottest player on tour right now. She just won her first Grand Slam title at Roland Garros. She is confident, she is dangerous, and she is only 19 years old. Then there are players like Jessica Pegula, Amanda Anisimova, Karolina Muchova, and Elena Svitolina. All of them are capable of winning the tournament. All of them are capable of beating Eala. But here's the thing, Eala, she has never been afraid of big names. She has beaten top 20 players before. She has won titles against tough competition, and she has something that many of these players do not have. She is playing with house money. Nobody expects her to win Berlin. The pressure is on Sabalenka and Rybakina. The pressure is on the top 10 players. Eala can play free, and that freedom can be dangerous. Let us zoom out, because the Berlin Open is more than ranking points and Wimbledon seeds. It is about Alex Eala's future, her legacy, her place in tennis history. If Eala performs well in Berlin, she will lock her Wimbledon seed. That would be the first time a Filipino has ever been seeded at the All England Club. It would be another historic achievement in a career full of them. It would prove that Birmingham was not a fluke, that she belongs on grass, that she belongs among the best. A deep run in Berlin would also change how opponents prepare for her. Right now, Eala is still seen as an underdog, a dangerous player, but not yet a favorite. If she beats a top 10 player in Berlin, that perception shifts. Opponents will start game planning for her. They will take her seriously. That is both a compliment and a challenge, but it is the natural progression of a rising star. The Berlin Open is also a chance for Eala to prove that she has learned from her loss to Iva Jovic. At the HSBC Championships, Jovic defeated Eala 6-2, 6-2. It was a humbling loss, a reminder that she still has work to do. But Berlin offers an opportunity to apply those lessons, to adjust, to improve, to show that she is not the same player who lost in London. And then there is Wimbledon, the dream, the tournament that every tennis player wants to win. A seed would not guarantee a deep run, but it would make a deep run possible. It would protect Eala from facing Sabalenka or Rybakina in the first round. It would give her a fighting chance to reach the second week, and once you reach the second week, anything can happen. So here is where we leave you. Alex Eala's Berlin Open breakthrough may have changed her Wimbledon fate. The wildcard has given her a platform, the stacked field has given her a challenge, the ranking points have given her a goal, and the dream of becoming the first Filipino ever to be seated at Wimbledon is closer than ever. Berlin starts tomorrow. The world is watching, and Alex Eala is ready. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.